Marvel's Eternals questions morality as much as Watchmen, deconstructs their characters just like Zack Snyder's work in Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and even Zack Snyder's Justice League, and really is a self-contained movie, and it should just be left that way. Hi, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix. My name is Chris Wong. I just sat through 2.5 hours of a Marvel movie and I loved it. In fact, I can't wait to watch it again. Maybe the most un-MCU Marvel movie I've ever seen. By the way, if you haven't seen the title, this is all spoilers. Marvel's Eternals, directed by Chloe Zhao, has an all-star ensemble cast. It's about these giant beings called Celestials, sending these group of super-powered beings named Eternals that can live forever to fight these creatures called Deviants that want to eat people. But not everything is as it seems, because actually the Celestials made the Eternals. They didn't come from a place called Olympia. They were actually kind of like, I guess, robots? But they also made the Deviants as well. The Celestials kind of messed up, and so the Eternals was sent to Earth to kill off the Deviants so that humans could populate the Earth. Eventually, when that population gets to a certain amount, out bursts another Celestial. And that Celestial creates more worlds. Pretty much are the Big Bang. They're gods! Like that. Literally, those are gods. Ajax, played by Salma Hayek, mentions that Thanos delayed that Celestial from Earth from being born by taking away half the population, and probably delayed other Celestials from being born as well. It's kind of crazy because even though Thanos may not have known that there was a Celestial in all these different worlds, he had the right idea. He knew that having an overpopulated world like Titan eventually destroyed it, consumed all the resources and everything. And even though Infinity War had just a little bit about that, it was always glossed over with all these cool Marvel cinematic characters and heroes and being the good guys versus the bad guys. This one, you're not so sure who the good guys and bad guys are. So, which really is interesting because it comes down to your beliefs. Do you believe that Earth is that important that you would sacrifice potentially billions of other Earths from coming out? It's very much like Watchmen. Ozymandias sacrificing people so that they would stop the wars. Rorschach thinking that they shouldn't have sacrificed anybody at all. But then the wars will keep going. So the Eternals have their own internal conflict here, because some of them believe that the Earth should be destroyed so that the Celestial will be born and create more worlds, more Earths. And the other Eternals want to save this Earth because of their own, in a way, selfish love for what they had on this Earth. But I like how the Eternals are deconstructed. They're not just the black and white superheroes. They all question their purpose in the world, what they've seen, what they've been through for thousands and thousands of years. Each one of them have their own reasons for doing what they want to do. So who are the good guys and who are the bad guys? Well, actually, there are no good guys or bad guys. In fact, that one deviant who is kind of a bad guy actually just doesn't want to take orders anymore. He wants free will. And Icarus is kind of like Ozymandias from Watchmen. Ozymandias killed the comedian because the comedian knew what was going on. Icarus killed Ajax because Ajax knew what was going on. It's very similar in that sense. And since we're comparing it to DC, Icarus as that Superman character, he does not disappoint in this movie. You get to see laser eye beams, you get to see him punching people. It was awesome. He was the best character in this movie. And for those of you who've seen it, yeah, he turns into a quote-unquote bad guy, though I think he's still trying to do the right thing. When most of the Eternals decide they want to save the Earth from the Celestial, Icarus tries to stop them. He eventually has to battle the remaining Eternals. I gotta say, that is kind of like what would have happened in the Nightmare scenario in Zack Snyder's Justice League 2. Athena is Wonder Woman. Makari is the Flash. Phastos is like Green Lantern. So they have this all-out Eternals versus Icarus/Superman fight, thinking this is what the nightmare future battle would have been like, where all the DC heroes have to stop Superman from taking down Flash from saving the world. In this case, they're trying to stop Icarus from getting to Cersei before she can do what she needs to do with the Celestial. So I don't know if we're going to get to see Justice League 2, but that's your best chance to see something like that in live action. And it was glorious. You certainly could see how powerful Icarus is. They could not take him down. They could only hold him down. Then as Cersei starts changing the Celestial into this giant iceberg, Icarus comes in and can't get himself to kill her. Conflicted by his duty and his love for her, he decides to spare her life, and she saves the world. You know, this scene would be perfect with Hans Zimmer's Beautiful Eye all over it. And I really like how by the end of the movie, you're left to wonder, was that the right thing? Should they have delayed more worlds from being born? Even at the end when Cersei asked, did we do the right thing? Kingo, who didn't even want to be a part of it at the end, said, at least you followed your heart. But Icarus followed it as well. And then suddenly the Celestial comes out of nowhere, appears above Earth, and takes the remaining Eternals that weren't on the ship. He tells them that he's going to judge Earth based on their memories. And then they just disappear. Makes you wonder, is the Celestial going to come back? How is he going to judge Earth? I mean, it can't be all sunshine and rainbows in those memories. That's actually a great cliffhanger ending, if you know what I mean. Just like in Watchmen, where Rorschach's journal was found, you're left to wonder what's going to happen after. Yeah, I know there's an HBO Max Watchmen series, but the movie was pretty self-contained. It just ended like that. Or like in Christopher Nolan's Inception, will the spinning top topple over? Was it a dream? Was it not? Just like you're left to wonder, will the Celestial come back? What did he see? Will he destroy the world? And I think that's kind of like, that should have been it. Kind of wish Eternals ending just cut to black. I didn't really need to see Harry Styles as the brother of Thanos. I didn't really need the references to Black Knight and Blade. Take out the MCU context, take out those post-credit scenes. It actually works quite well. But understandably, this is the MCU and, you know, it keeps going forward. But by itself, it's beginning to end perfect. Yeah, this is the best Marvel movie I have ever seen.